Thank you.
You go back to work.
Work on that.
Couple times.
So we're going to call the special call board meeting of the Board of Ed to order. The first item is approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Second item is approval of the June 24th minutes. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Over to you, Dr. Griffin.
Board members, under business, item A, I recommend the board approve the low bid from Duncan and Thompson Construction Services LLC in the amount of $2,152,048 for renovations for our new middle school package E, new softball and baseball complex.
You've heard the superintendent's recommendation. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Board members, we took on this project a little over a year ago in collaboration with the city as part of their community spaces. And out right behind us here, you know there's a lot of work being done to fields. We lost some field space. This helps get that back. It also meets the needs that we have for the schools to have both of these fields. The project budget was $2.8 million, so we came in very good on this particular one.
Are they turf or grass?
The softball field is turf, so that gives us a turf softball field and a turf baseball field, which is good. So, and then the baseball field is a full-size baseball competition field. I think it's plus 300. Remember the boundaries of that one, guys? It's full-size for competitive purposes. So, and these projects is going to, I don't have the rendering for you, but it sits in the back. So around our loop will be, inside the loop will be the baseball field. And off to the side and behind the, let's see if we
Behind the
can
gym.
That's right.
you can point baseball and there's softball right below it with, no, below, yeah, there's softball.
There's the stadium.
That's it. Yeah, thank you.
So it's kind of
It is.
Time frame? Do we
Well,
start
the project has a 120-day time frame on it, so if we can get the ball rolling in early August, the idea is that we would, in tandem with the current project on site and the next one up for a conversation with Columbiana Road, that we could wrap those up toward the end of this calendar year together. The idea was try to get them about the same time wrapping up. So if we are able to make the decision to move at some point during the year, all of the projects are done.
Then when these are done, these will fall under the city's multi-use agreement?
They do, that's right. And I believe that's already included.
It's already included, we're ready. Okay.
Schools taking
Yes.
precedence over the time of
Yes,
use?
yes.
all in favor?
Aye.
Item B, I recommend the board approve the contract between Duncan and Thompson Construction Services LLC and the board in the amount of $2,152,048 for renovations for a new middle school package E, softball and baseball complex as submitted.
You've heard the superintendent's recommendation. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item C, I recommend the board approve the low bid from Norris Paving and Asphalt Incorporated in the amount of $798,500 for renovations for a new middle school package D, Columbiana Road improvements as submitted.
You've heard the superintendent's recommendation. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion?
The project that I'm speaking about on Columbiana out in front of the school will create a left turn lane for cars that are moving toward the Birmingham, Birmingham direction. So that'll alleviate some of the crowded lanes. So we're creating a third lane, which means that we have to come over into our space a little bit. But it also gives us a right turn lane coming into the campus as well. And we're going to adjust a traffic light as part of this to make sure the traffic lights are at the right places for entrance and exit. We worked very closely with the City of Vestavia Hills and particularly Jefferson County Commission on developing this project. They worked very well with us, and we really are at a point where upon your approval today, we can start relatively quick on this project. The Building Commission, Sean's already blessed it, what they wanted to on it, is that correct?
Correct.
And had some particular meetings with utilities to make sure we've got some of those particulars addressed, gas lines and so forth.
Yes, there'll be a few utility relocations in that right away, but we've made provision for all those in the bid.
This project as well would be one we would wish to finish right in tandem with the other two.
So are there 2 lights there? I'm trying to remember.
There are 2 lights.
And we're keeping both lights?
We're moving one. If you're looking at, let's see, Wade, if you could do the thing here. We currently have lights on the 2 lower entrances. Okay, so we're gonna move one, the middle one, we're gonna move up to the big entrance.
And is that where that subdivision is?
The subdivision is right up the street from it. Well, there's a subdivision on that side, but right on past where the new traffic light will be, there is another intersection that doesn't have a traffic light. We believe the traffic light in that location will help their ability to get in and out of that area. We think that there are between 25 and 30 students on the neighborhoods across the street. Not a large number. A lot of people have asked questions about the use of the tunnel. This project effectively renders that impossible because we have to get over into the tunnel. And it also had some other issues to accompany it, so we won't be using that.
We won't be using it.
No, ma'am.
So the utility relocation ends up part of it in the tunnel, is that what you're saying?
No, the utility relocation, I think more has to do with the big intersection. There's a gas line that we're having to look at with Spire. We have an allowance in this project. Actually, we have several. I want to say we're approaching $80,000 or so in allowances in this bid for the things such as utility relocation.
My engineer is currently working to, there's a conflict between new storm drainage at that entry and this gas line. He is working with the county to try and redesign that storm drainage so it does not conflict with the gas line. And if so, then that allowance, we put that allowance in there as a just in case. We had to move it, but we're trying not to. So if we don't, that money will come back to you.
And I know we're trying to work in conjunction with everybody else, but you're talking different entities,
Yes.
engineers, approvals, denials.
And we've already started the ball rolling with Spire as far as making them aware. My engineers met with them on site. That was one of the concerns in the pre-bid, was not necessarily the cost, but the time associated with Spire actually setting it up, getting crews out there. So that ball has already started. If we have to move it, everybody's kind of moving in that direction, but we're going to try not to.
Okay. Do we have a final end date in mind?
90 days.
120.
This was 120 as well.
But that's 120 for beginning execution of contract.
Correct.
That's correct. This one, we can start a bit earlier if we don't have to wait on that line to be relocated. So hopefully that takes place.
Yeah, Spire doesn't have to move that line. It should significantly help the timeline of this project.
But certainly, we wouldn't want to go on site until this was done.
Yeah. Thanks.
Mr. Pennington will be out in the intersection.
Orange vest.
The flag and everything.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Item D, I recommend the board approve the contract between Morris Paving and Asphalt Incorporated and the board in the amount of $798,500 for renovations for a new middle school, Package D, Columbia Road improvements as submitted.
You've heard the superintendent's recommendation. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Under personnel, I recommend the board approve personnel actions as submitted.
You've heard the superintendent's recommendation. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I should ask, was there any discussion on that one? Go back and ask.
I appreciate your taking this call meeting and being able to be here today, because as quickly as we can wrap up some hiring, we want to be able to do that, because our next next meeting starts on the 22nd, so this helps us a good bit, be able to do that. And we have filled our positions at this point in the central office in most of our schools, so we're getting real close. Is that right? You know, I mean, we still have open, Mary?
Maybe one.
Yeah.
We have one, maybe two, yeah, one or two. So we're very, very close.
That's a very big undertaking to shuffle everybody around
It is.
and
It is.
be able to give top choices.
Yes, yes.
Okay, we have reached the part for public comment. Anybody would like to comment? All right, we adjourned. All